and get your numbers down.
No reporter knew the Reagans like Mike Wallace knew the Reagans. His interviews at the ranch and with Nancy Reagan on 60 Minutes tonight.
All this week, be a soap star, stand-up comedian, a cop, or the voice in a cartoon. That's just a few things our anchors always wanted to do, and see what happens when they do it on The Early Show.
The D-Day invasion hinged on taking this 6-mile stretch of sand along France's north coast. It is Omaha Beach. Some 2,400 U.S. soldiers were either killed or wounded here. Memories of that day are still vivid for 3 veterans who were among the first to storm these shores. And that's tonight's Sunday cover, the survivors of D-Day's deadliest beach.
Tell you the truth, I was scared, but I know I had a job to do.
Only thing you could look forward to was getting hurt or get killed.
The beach was an armed camp. So it was a suicide wave.
The western edge of Omaha Beach was the objective of the 29th Infantry Division. A company of the 116th Regiment led the way. 46 of them were from the tiny farm town of Bedford, Virginia. Roy Stevens and his twin brother Ray, who'd never left each other's side, enlisted there for the $1-a-day pay.
The only thing separated us was June 6, 1944.
On that same misty morning, a rugged Jewish kid from New York was spoiling for a fight.
I drew a large Star of David on my field jacket.
Hal Baumgarten was just 19, with no plans for the future.
Because I made up my mind that I was probably going to die.
For Peter Rubino of New Jersey, it was not the Germans to be feared, it was the water of the English Channel.
Well, I couldn't swim. So I had 2 Texans. They were on my side, and they used to call me Dago. Dago, they said, put your arms around us and we'll walk it the way you could walk.
Roy Stevens extended a hand to his brother, but Ray wouldn't take it.
And after that, it dawned on me that he said, I'll never make it back.
It was 6:30 a.m.
When our ramp went down, it was a signal for every machine gun on that beach, and there was a lot of them, to open up on the exit to our little boat.
That's when I really prayed to my mother, because that machine gun was really raking.
Roy Stevens' landing craft sank before it reached the beach. He could barely see the battle as he struggled to keep from drowning.
I just couldn't believe it, that A Company could get butchered up like we were.
Of 170 men in A Company, only 15 made it past the seawall.
So one officer says, you know, we got 2 choices. Either we stay here and get killed, or we go up the hill and get killed.
With slaughter all around them, soldiers who'd never been in combat dug deep and found the courage to charge ahead.
I always tell people I fought till I ran out of blood.
Baumgarten had his face half ripped apart by shrapnel, but fought on. He was wounded twice more before collapsing in a ditch.
I'm laying with 6 dead soldiers. There's German planes going over. There's a German machine gunner down the road. I figured we lost. What would you have thought?
Roy Stevens, who'd been rescued and shipped back to England, finally made it to Omaha 4 days later. Boats and bodies were everywhere.
The first cross I came to was my twin brother was crossed. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't, it can't be him. You know, that's not the way it's supposed to be.
It was one of the greatest and most tragic moments in history, when everyday men became heroes and helped turn the tide of war.
There was no qualms about what we had to do. No, I'm not going to duck this, or I'm not going here, We had a job to do, and we did it to our ability.
It was that selfless determination and devotion to duty that we remember 60 years later, as we pause to consider what the world might have been like without it. We'll be right back.
It's the season for scrapes, itchy bug bites, and rashes. For fast, soothing relief, try Maximum Strength Gold Bond. Gold Bond spray helps stop pain, itch, and kill